Mud, Mississippi mud.
I know, but it doesn't have mud, and you can't say I don't want fruit, I want mud.
Key lime would work.
Lime is fruit.
That's why I asked.
Bean pie is
Brew
good.
doesn't
Y'all
want
ready bean
hot
pie?
fruit, is what he likes.
Hot fruit.
But cold fruit, he's okay.
Yeah.
Key lime, I mean, lime is
All right,
100%
let's-
fruit.
let's-
Afternoon Headlines sponsored by Ram Trucks Built to Serve. Welcome back to another installment of Walking Boot Weekly. Busy week for us. We got 2 episodes. After a somewhat uneventful offseason, we have news. Dak Prescott was in a walking boot. Clarence Hill Jr. of the Fort Worth Star-Telegram relaying this info from Dak himself, who was in a walking boot, as you can see there. I'm great, so no worries. Last time I went deep sea fishing, my ankle swelled up. It's the same ankle as the 2020 injury. It's the same issues. So, Brew, I guess there's nothing to see
No,
here.
the question is to you, Wilds.
Yes.
You're not asking the question.
Yes.
Which is for the audience so they know. Yesterday, Wilds wanted us to lead the show with this, was angry that Brew, myself, and Dusty overruled him, and then tried to take some odd victory lap mid-show when the Fort Worth Star-Telegram wrote it up. Now that we have this update, that it is a precaution he regularly takes when he's deep-sea fishing for a 4-year-old injury,
No one thinks
are you still on hobble watch?
Well, 100%. And here's why. I will remain vigilant on hobble watch, much like astronomers are on meteorite watch. Look, there's a strong chance it's absolutely nothing, but there is a small chance it's absolutely devastating.
Wait.
That's what hobble watch is.
Devastating?
A small chance. When they're like, hey,
I don't
here
think
comes
there's
a
any
meteorite into our orbit, all eyes. All eyes on the sky. That's me. When a guy is wearing a boot, Patrick Mahomes was at Wimbledon. Do you think it would be noteworthy if he sauntered up to his seat wearing a walking boot?
Yeah.
Or we would just not cover it?
No, I think it would
If he says, last time I was in Wimbledon, I
it was
climbed the
like
stairs,
every time I go to Wimbledon, I wear a walking boot.
boot.
Ankle swells up.
Because these Brits are clumsy, and I don't trust them.
Anytime any quarterback has a walking boot on, my antennae are up in a major way. That's why I'm the editor of Walking Boot Weekly. When guys are wearing walking boots, I'm reporting it.
Nick,
Or at least commenting.
I have to say this, and on behalf of Wilds, we mocked him when Giannis went down.
Thank you.
Grimaced, and Wilds did. What'd you say? He
said he was writhing
in pain.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, weeks later,
It ended their
ended
season.
up being something. But still, I'll give you that. But
Thank you.
I don't think it's anything.
Thank you. It's not anything. Unless they're going to be playing their playoff game on an aircraft carrier on the open seas, I don't think he's going to be in a walking boot. I think he's fine.
Very little wave movement on an aircraft carrier. That was too much. Live from New York, it's the show that's congratulating, because you're pounding. You got me confused. Who was it?
Franz Wagner.
Franz Wagner.
5 for 270. It doesn't look so dumb putting him on the pyramid now, does it, Brew?
That was 2 years ago.
Brew didn't even know which
You were
Wagner
premature
brother
on
he
that.
was.
No, it was too early. It was too early. Way too early.
5 for 270.
What are they doing?
Good for him, though. He's a nice player.
You got to pay your good players.
Nice young player. He's more than fine.
No,
he's more than
he's
fine.
not.
He's more than fine.
Frisky Magic, they're fine.
All right, we should start the real show.
I like him.
You don't like it.
You don't
I
like
do.
him.
I
You
didn't
didn't
like
even
him
know
2
like
years
everybody.
ago when you said he was the
saw it coming.
21st
No,
best player in the league.
he was 46th.
That was still too
Why one of C.J. Stroud's teammates says he can take the best QB in the world title belt away from Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, man.
It's just being a good teammate.
Okay,
We
well-
can't penalize guys for being good teammates.
Don't be a-
Meanwhile, is Team USA a lock for a gold medal? Why one person here, now that July 4th is in the rearview mirror, delivers some harsh truth about this team. I'm sorry. And finally, a special edition of the most delicious segment in all of sports, Title Pie. Dusty, in my ear, did we get a pie or not? I did not see
I
it.
don't think so.
Wait and see, he said. You know, Blue
hoping
wants...
for Mississippi mud.
Okay.
Mississippi mud.
What about apple kind
I
of?
don't want fruit in my pie.
But apple pie, bro?
I don't want fruit. Apple crisp, sure.
What's the difference?
But not the. I don't
Just
want
a
the
little
fruit.
bit of crumbled.
I don't want the fruit.
Can I?
It's July 4th. The apple pies are going to be on sale.
We've spent too much time already on this show on types of pie and Orlando Magic. We should start the show.
Speaking of title pie, we start with another
Buddy did
shooter
his own
spurns
title
the
pie.
Lakers. Buddy Hield, who it feels like the Lakers wanted for years, joined the Warriors in a decision-making process outlined in The Athletic. There was 4 authors on this article. I'll just read what they wrote. Hield didn't make a final decision until after a late Wednesday night call with Steve Kerr, and then a night to sleep on it. Oh, that's nice. Hield chose the Warriors because of the opportunity to win, per league sources. His suitors included, and we did not make this up, the Detroit Pistons. Curse. What does this say about the Lakers, Brew? That they're grouped with the Detroit Pistons?
Well, they're not grouped with the Detroit
Well, they're
Pistons.
not.
They're much better than the Pistons. You going to argue that?
They did win one more playoff game, so you have.
All right, here we go. This is interesting, Nick, and I think you'll agree, because neither the Warriors or the Lakers are like close to a title. So it's not like Hield's going somewhere where they expect to win. We'll talk about later. If they can get Lowry Markkanen, sure, then I really like them as a contender. But right now, I would even argue, and we talked about this last year, I think the Lakers are slightly better than the Warriors.
They have
because
been
of
each
their
of the
size.
last 2 years.
Right. They're because of AD inside and their size overall,
Yep.
I think they're generally
Yeah,
better.
and that's not like a hot take, Brew. The
No,
Lakers made
right.
the playoffs last year. The Warriors didn't. And the
beat
year
the
before,
Warriors
the
in the year
Lakers
before.
beat them in the playoffs.
Right.
So go ahead.
It boils down to this, simple and plain, I think. And there are a few other factors, but really, he understands, okay, neither the Warriors or the Lakers are really likely to win the championship next year. But if you don't win in LA, you're the problem and you get the blame. If you don't win in Golden State, you just don't win in Golden State. That's a big difference. Like because whenever LeBron doesn't win, everybody else gets blamed. LeBron has gotten blamed a lot of times too in the past. But right now, everybody's like, what does he need? He needs more help. If you don't go there and play great, look at every role player on their team, save maybe Austin Reeves, is being looked at sideways.
No, Austin Reeves got looked at too.
Okay, so you know what I'm saying? Like Rui and D'Angelo, and I get D'Angelo in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Austin Reeves, but that's the thing. Torian Prince, who just signed with the Bucks.
Yep.
So I think Hield understands that. Not to mention, the Lakers got a lot going on. It's obviously wherever LeBron's at, it's the microscope is huge because he's LeBron. But then you got the issue with Bronny. Then you got J.J. Redick, a coach who knows whether or not he can coach. And I think Hield also looked at, Steve Kerr, we know he's a great coach.
Yeah.
J.J. Redick,
That's fair.
who knows?
How about that?
And the assistant coach for Golden State is head coaching. One of the assistants is head coaching the Bahamas national team, which Hield is playing for. So he had a lot of reasons. But I do think ultimately it's like, if we don't win it in L.A., which we're not, I might get blamed. If we don't win Golden State, it's all good.
So all deal with all of those, but I also want to kind of set the record straight on something. The Lakers couldn't sign Buddy Hield. Like this, I thought this for 4 reporters to be on this story, it's an interesting one. LeBron James was not taking a discount for them to sign Buddy Hield. They don't have the money. So, this was not available to them. Buddy Hield was not choosing. I thought it was really odd reporting that he was choosing between the Pistons, who have cap space, the Warriors, who were able to do it because of the mid-level exception they were able to open up, and then the Lakers, who are not in on it. Like they were previously in previous iterations.
They only have the taxpayer mid-level.
Right, and so they couldn't sign him, so it felt a little opportunistic to put the Lakers in the story because it creates this conversation, which is fine, so be it. But LeBron James was not taking a pay cut to open up space for Buddy Hield, and the only way the Lakers could have gotten Buddy Hield was if LeBron James took a pay cut to open up that space. So I think
that's the absolute only way.
Well, unless you're going to trade Rui Hachimura, trade a player that's going to make the amount of money that he makes. He just got 2 years, $21 million. And I picked Rui, but I guess Gabe Vincent, someone who's making. I don't think
that's
Gabe's making 10.
That's a serious reporting mistake. if that's the case.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I agree. I
egregious.
think it is a very bad reporting mistake that was, I will say, done with good intention. But the Lakers could not get Buddy Hield. And so unless they were going to trade a player away, unless LeBron was going to take a pay cut for it, and LeBron was not taking a pay cut for Buddy Hield,